Alright folks, Sean from Woodcraft here. I was asked recently how I do the finial that I do. I call it a spinial. I made a spoon and sent it to Sean Hearn. It was the first finial I'd ever go at, and he said he'd be interested to see how I actually carved it. So I thought I'd have a go on this spoon here. I'm making a scoop. It's my first spoon of 2018. So here we go. Basically I've got up to the point that the top of this now is square, so my next task will be to begin to round this off and give it a circular, like a point coming through. So basically we go from, let's see if I can get the camera, take all the corners off, and what I'm looking to do is I'm looking to create a circle on the top here. So now we've got corners all the way up, just knock all of those corners off a little bit. We keep doing that basically until we've got a nice smooth round end to this. So bear with me while I just get that in there. And this is all mainly being done because I want such a fine, delicate cut. Basically I'm pushing the knife against my thumb and using it as a fulcrum. So I'm not actually pushing the blade forward with this hand at all the forward pressure is coming from my thumb. It's actually pulling my hand backwards that's creating that pressure. It keeps the knife in a lot of control, ensuring that the blade doesn't jump off of your thumb, rather than if you were trying to carve like this and you come up to the end, you get to the end, it and nips off and you might take off more than you want. This literally just is very controlled. So let's just keep going round. I'm trying to create this as long as I can make it, so I'm getting the scoop in really early. Right at this point here, I'm scooping the blade in and up, so I can make this finial as long as I can. Keeping an eye on it, making sure it's nice and even as well. So I'm quite happy with the thickness of this way. I've just got to get it now even so it's evenly this way as well. So I'm going to come on here and scoop in. Same from the back. Scoop up. Very nearly square on those edges. Now again, just knocking these corners out. Just coming round, evening this out. So if I'm looking at it now, you can see it's reasonably even. So the next task is to round this end off. If you don't do that until the end, when you've cut your spiral in here, what can happen while you're trying to round it off, it can snap. So we're just going to literally less than half a millimetre start knocking corners off. all the way round. Again, using this very similar technique with the thumb. And all the way up until we've got a nice rounded surface on the top of that, with none of the old cup left behind. Now comes the bit when you actually want to carve the spiral in. So on this one I'm going to start the spiral from this corner and I'm going to work my way up. So I lay the knife on nice and flat and I get an angle. You can see the kind of angle I'm going for here, and I'm going to go round, and the trick here is to go round and then, well, you can see this here, but there's a gap of 4 or 5 millimeters between the line, so I now want to keep that gap going all the way up. I can bring it in slightly tighter as I go up, but I don't want it to get any looser. So on the next rotation round I'll come up probably about 3 millimeters, and then the next rotation 2, and then up to the top. I generally try and come off. I've started on this point, so I'm going to come off on that point. And now I've got my lines in. You can draw them with pencil. Oh, I've come right off the camera there. You can draw them with pencil, but I find if you do that, then this next part is more difficult. So now we've worked from the bottom up to the top, now we've got to work from the top back down, and we want to go for the most delicate part and work our way back down here. So I'm going to go in at a very slight angle and cut a V groove over that line that I've already made, and that line is now should be the base of that V groove. So cut in along that line, and you'll find very quickly bits will pop out, and then it's just tidy those little bits up. I tend to do them as I go rather than wait until the end. Come off camera again. It's quite difficult. I'm doing this on my phone rather than a video camera. So, and we're just going to work our way all the way around and keep on going. Cut in, cut in. Bear with me, I'll probably just speed this a little bit up a bit. Just knock those little bits out as you go. So now as the finial's coming down and getting wider, the actual bits to knock out are a little bit deeper. So I had a little brief go with this one yesterday as I've come back off this hit screen again. This is difficult to stay on the screen. yeah, like I said, I tend to try and tidy it as I go rather than going back over it afterwards. I've done it the other way, and I tend to find if you make a mistake, it's not as easy to repair if you try and go back to where you made the mistake. Whereas if you do it as you go and you make a mistake, you can repair it and hide it in the next circle. So we're now getting down right towards the end of the line. So the line is quite long on here because it's quite a straight piece. Needs a little bit of tidying as we go. Now we can just go back round and give that a last little tidy up, but you can see the spiral's gone in there quite nicely. So I'm just going to go back over that spiral and just deepen it a little bit. But it's now quite even and neat, so it's easier for me to go over and tidy. I don't need to deepen the whole lot, just in places where you can see it. And if you notice, I'm really just using the tiniest tip of the knife here. Choked right up on the blade. Should really have my reading glasses on for this as well. Just realised working this close to the detailing work is more difficult. Some of it is already nice and deep, other bits just need a bit of tidying that you didn't notice to start with. And we are very near there, folks. Away. And where is our Spinial? And all the way up. Gonna add a few more details onto the spoon itself. It's a little scoop that I've made. Probably do a little bit of coal roasting and chip carving on the front. My last spoon of last year, which was carved yesterday, was a very similar one to this, and I'm just trying to make this one a little bit better, so the new year is the new method. Anyway folks, thanks for watching, take care, bye.